Forward: this paper is an excerpt from the original work known as Liminal Cosmogony, a body of teachings employed by the Lyricus Teaching Order. These teachings are the carefully chosen words and energetic transfers of Lyricus teachers, who have expressed them from an ancient, yet distinctly relevant voice. They are colored in our language and culture not because they are texts composed for our specific species or planet, but because all planets and their inhabitants evolve in a similar ascendant intelligence. Earth is passing through one of these corridors of higher dimensional light energy right now, and many of you are aware of this. This is part of your awakening and activation, to know that the Earth is on an ascendant path, that this path includes you in a purposeful relationship, and that these new energies will restructure and realign the culture of humanity in profound and positive ways. One of these ways is a new intensity and focus of collective intelligence and empowerment. It is a goal of Lyricus to provide frameworks in which students of its works can empower themselves to be agents of spiritual awakening, aligned to the Earth's ascendancy, and assist Earth and the beings upon her in this dimensional transition. This particular excerpt is focused on a technique called the rising heart. It is being released at this time because the energies of the central sun and the teachers of light are clearing a path to enable a stronger telepathic connection with those who desire this new empowerment. Those of you who have asked the universal creator or higher intelligence to activate your highest purpose, this paper, perhaps, is one of its responses. True to the standards of Lyricus, Liminal Cosmogony is not concerned with the cosmological ordering of the multiverse or the physics of time and space as they unravel into the void. The teachers of Lyricus are more concerned with the delicate human connection between the soul and the human instrument, and how this integration can be activated and its activation sustained amid third and fourth dimensional emotional turmoil, misinformation, mental static, and spurious electromagnetic fields, to name a few. Passing through transformative shifts to higher light earned. The cosmological landscape becomes clear when the species transcends the duality of the third and fourth dimensions and possesses direct perception of the divine plan of expansion and ascendancy. There is no text required for this higher dimensional knowledge. What humanity needs at this stage of its evolution is the knowledge of how to live as soul within the worlds of time and space. This is precisely what Liminal Cosmogony is designed to provide. Liminal Cosmogony is divided into 7 sections. The excerpt provided in this offering is from the section entitled, Teachers of Light. Its knowledge is condensed into a mere 120 pages, focused on the techniques and behaviors of the sustainable spiritual perspective of a teacher of light embodied in a human instrument. It is designed to create empowerment in the student who studies it and applies its techniques and nuanced behavioral expressions. It is not for sale, nor is it freely distributed. It is given out in prescribed measures over time, and this offering, the Rising Heart, is the first. I have released the mythology of Wingmakers as an initial stage of preparation for these higher dimensional works contained in Liminal Cosmogony. I have also provided the Lyricus website as the initial introduction to the voice of Lyricus teachers and our instructional approach. More recently I offered the event temples, which will evolve into a foundation for quantum communities that will ultimately empower the teachers of light to orchestrate energetic transfers to the planet and its inhabitants, physical and non-physical alike. These are among the efforts of thousands of others who are also bringing the tools, techniques and technologies to empower individuals, and this offering is not meant to displace any of these, but rather to augment and support. The teachers of light are without affiliation to anything other than the higher light of the fifth dimensional field of unity. They are not beholden to any one system of belief, as they are collectively the system of knowledge in which they are rooted. The release of the more esoteric knowledge in liminal cosmogony signals a shift in the Lyricus Teaching Order to bring forward its technologies of inner light development for those who incarnated to be teachers of light upon Earth. The rising heart will resonate with those who are prepared, who are already in the process of shifting their core consciousness to their heart's crown and operating with internal coherence. My suggestion to each of you is to read and reread this paper several times before you make any judgment as to its usefulness or application in your spiritual life. Then, use your intuition to guide your interpretation of the technique. The techniques of Lyricus are never spelled out in burnished detail. Its teachers prefer to provide paradigms, concepts, and frameworks, leaving the precise implementation or blueprint to the individual. It is the singular initiation. The light body is awakening in literally millions of people on Earth. As this blossoming of light occurs on the planet, there is an intuitive wisdom required to direct or channel this light or field of higher frequency energy. A higher ratio of light is not what is required, but rather a higher intelligence of light and love being applied to the right issues or problems that humanity faces. The light body reveals one's inner light and wisdom. It is the vehicle of creativity that telepathically listens to the family of light and expresses its unique signature of insight in response to the family of light, adding dimension and nuance that deepens our interconnection and collective wisdom. The rising heart is a technique to help children of light to transition into teachers of light through their presence and behaviors, not because they can cite the esoteric nature of the human condition, articulate cosmological structures, or write the master keys of life. When you are drawn to this teaching, you will feel a familiar resonance with the energetic frequencies contained in the words, rising heart and heart's crown, as these are encoded words within your deepest being. The teachings of liminal cosmogony are encoded to integrate and align the harmonics of your light body with the time-space quanta of your human instrument. They weave the soul and mind-heart-body triad in temporal union so you can transmit a new understanding of your purpose as a teacher of light. If you choose to embark on this journey, do so with a sober intent and humble outlook, for you are entering a scalable relationship with the divine being that is your light body, and calling for its highest purpose to be invoked upon this planet of 5 kingdoms. You are entering an accelerated path of change, as this is what higher light energy brings, accelerated change begetting intelligent behaviors befitting a teacher of light. This section of liminal cosmogony, known as Teachers of Light, constitutes a curriculum of the light body. It is a known-as manual for those who are embodied and desire to exercise their divine rights as a teacher of light, to share the mysterious gift of the higher light and intelligence of divine love to the planet and all upon her. Remember, the writing is not so much contained in the words, but the feeling you receive from them as you contemplate their deeper meanings. May the initiation coding of this paper awaken you to the next level of your journey. From my world to yours, James. Excerpt from Liminal Cosmogony, Teachers of Light. The rising heart. The light body is a particle of the divine mind, cast from the central sun into and through the 4th and 5th dimensional matrices in order to embody within a human being the essence of the central sun. The light body's materialization begins from the 7th dimension, cascading into materiality where it settles into the first manifested being, the human heart. Within the human instrument, it is the heart that is originally the nucleus home of the light body, but eventually the light body's locus drifts upward to the pineal gland at the base of the brain, usually in the first 7 years of life. Here it typically remains until the physical body expires, at which time it recirculates within the higher light realms of the 5th dimension, wherein unity and the connective field of pure love radiates, unimpeded by matter. This is the ground of soul where all beings flow in the vibrant river of sound and light.